ready to go fishing.
Here we are, it's late June. Bass season is open. Oh, there's a beautiful bass swimming along. But he's safe from me because he's hanging around protecting all of these little guys. All the little fry that have hatched. Now, in a year like this, when the hatch is late, bass season can very well open while the bass are still around protecting the nests. And it's important to keep that in mind if you're going to be a responsible fisherman, to try not to pull the bass off the nests that are still protecting the young. Normally the young have dispersed by the time bass season opens, but this year we had a pretty late hatch. The water stayed cool and they really didn't come off the nests until about 3 days before the fishing season opened. Usually they take a week to 10 days to fully disperse and the adults to leave the nest and stop protecting them. Right now the adults are ranging a pretty good area around the nest because all these little fellas have moved out along the shoreline and are eating all the little tiny microorganisms in the water and picking pollen off the top of the water. You can see the pollen is floating on top, the yellow specks, and eventually they'll grow up into big bass just like their parents. So out here again, trying along a few shoals with our deep dives. We're fishing in about 15-20 feet, and we know we're getting down there because every once in a while we hit a shoal that we pop up in 12 feet and our lures are touching bottom. I'm using a hot and tot, Sam's using a deep dive Rapala, and we're going to give it another try. Let's take a look at the hot and tot underwater. This is an affordable deep dive good action lure. It caught a bass on the first attempt of underwater footage. Cons, the paint does chip a little easy. Pros, they're inexpensive to replace and great for a wide range of fish. Ooh! Huge! Not a very big bass, but they're fun. A lot of fun to catch. Stay tuned for more Fish Temagami, but first we'd like to thank this episode's sponsors. Welcome to Gramp's Place General Store, your one-stop shop for souvenirs, quality clothing, and supplies. Browse our fur hats and leather goods, moccasins, wool jackets, and native crafts. Plenty of wildlife-themed gifts and collectibles too. Don't forget, we also sell bait and tackle. Papa John's is located on Harwich Lake. Fish Harwich or portage into one of 5 other remote lakes for an adventure. Rent one of our cabins, an RV site, or one of our lakeside tent sites. Your family will enjoy the beautiful beach, campfire area, and relaxing on our scenic grounds. Get some footage at the end of my rod. This is what's nice about a light action rod. When you're fishing at night, it's a lot easier to feel the fish that are biting, and it gives them a little bit more play. Now this is just a little fella. I can tell by the way he was just tapping it. It is a rock bass, which you'll often catch when using worms along the bottom. They can be a lot of fun to catch too. This is bound to happen when you're pulling a worm across the rocks. You're bound to catch a piece of Canada. Sometimes it comes off, sometimes it doesn't. And that's why it's good to have a spare swivel and hook and all the gear that you need. There he is. fun time. A lot of fun. Oh, look at that. Man, this is a lively one. Making a few nice jumps to the surface. Oh, and he just got off. Oh, that was a fun fight. Even if he did get off, that was a fun fish. So I'm fishing tonight with Ken, a good friend from my university days, and we're going to try for some pickerel tonight, doing a little trolling, maybe cast a few worms out. Going to try a little deeper tonight. We're in a different spot, and by the shoreline it's not as shallow, so we're going to be trying to hit around 15 feet.
Oh, beautiful.
22.5-inch pickerel that we're going to have to let go. What a beautiful fish. Put up a great fight coming into the boat. And there he goes.
Nothing. None the worse for wear. Now I just got to see your tears. There.
Yeah, that was hard. That was hard. Beautiful fish. I'm at Gramp's place here with Jim, and I use a Stren Magnathin line. It's an 8-pound test line, but it has a 6-pound test diameter. I find it's a really nice line, but there are so many lines out on the market. How do you choose which one? Jim, could you tell us a bit about a few of them?
Your basic everyday line is your straight monofilament line. Trilene makes probably one of the best monofilament lines out there. You get a lot of stretch. It doesn't handle up to a lot of abuse. You have to change this line more often than your braideds or fluorocarbons. Now your fluorocarbon, less visible underwater. It does stand up to rock nicks, takes a lot more abuse than your monofilament. Then we go up into the braided. Now your braided line, smaller diameter, heavier pound test. There is no stretch in a braided line, and it will stand up to a lot of abuse.
Thanks, Jim.